Hello everybody. There have been some questions on how I straighten and clean my wire, and so I thought I'd make a video that explains that in a little better detail. Right now you're looking at the motor end of my, I like to call it a wire lathe, because it spins the wire, helps me polish it. Here's the motor that I'm using. It's a real small, how many horsepower is that? Well, it's 1.3 amps. I would guess that's a little bit less than a half horsepower motor. Let's see. It's going to be hard to get a good shot of that. It's a real small motor. You don't want a motor that's too big because it will overpower the wire and snap it. So you want to use a small motor. And put my hand up there for size. It's just a little guy. I got this one at Harbor Freight, so you could get them there. It's actually a grinder. And then I have a little bit of nylon mesh here that I just took the nut off there and put it behind the washer. It's just a loop. I've cleaned many miles of wire with this motor. And then I have it affixed to a stud in the wall. You're going to need to have the end of your motor secured real well because you're going to be putting some tension on it when you clean the wire. Here's the polish I like to use. You can probably find that online. I just get it at my local supermarket. And then I have a microfiber rag that's going to be what I put the polish on. And you can see I got a kind of heavy-duty tripod the whole thing's mounted to. And we'll go down here to the other end and we'll show you that. And this is also affixed to a stud. And what you have here is a wheel from a pair of roller blades, and then I have some Spectra fiber in there that goes to a metal loop at the end. And okay, so let's, and once again we're using the that same old fence wire that was in the last video. And we have the end of the wire here. It's, whoops, clipped to a little clip there. And then the roll is down there. And we'll grab it and we'll run over here to the other end. And I'm going to try and show you the knot I used to hold the wire here. And I like to wear gloves for this because it's kind of a messy job, but basically what this knot is I just get a loop there and then I twist it around a few times. This knot seems to work the best for me, and then you twist back over your twist, you go up a little higher, and then you take the end and get it through there so the end doesn't whip around all over the place. And then I give a good tug on it to make sure that knot's not going to pull in. And you wouldn't think that knot, would hold, but I've tried many different ways, and that's the best way I can find. And just to let people know, this is kind of dangerous, so you might want to wear some safety equipment. The first few times that I implemented this way of cleaning the wire and stretching it out a little bit, I would break the wire a lot of times, and then you have one end that wants to snap back and the other end is still spinning, so it gets to be a little dangerous. And I take the wire and pull it not real tight, and I just go a little bit past my loop there and clip it. Then you got to secure the other end of the wire, so I just put it on that little clip down there because otherwise it wants to spin off the roll. So so that holds it for a little bit. And then I put this through there, pull it nice and tight, and then I do one crossover. And once you get one loop on there, it kind of holds it tight, and then I'm doing that same knot I did on the other end. And then once again, tuck that end in there so it's not going to go all over the place. And then you can kind of hear the tension on the wire. Maybe give that a little bend, straighten it out. And then we're going to apply some polish to the rig. Spread that around a little bit. If you get too much polish, it will kind of spray all over once you get the wire spinning. And then you don't want to spin your wire too fast. Oh, now I got polish all over my hands. Whoops. Because if you do spin it too fast, okay, now that sound you hear on the other end, once I get it fast enough that wheel starts making a little sound, I'm going to turn it up a little bit more. Yeah, maybe even a little more than that. Ooh, did you hear that wheel kick in? Now normally I'd already have my rag on there, and I don't know if you'll be able to see that. Well, you can't see it, but the wire starts to get a few kind of wavelengths in it. Okay. Now you can't see me, but I'm right behind the camera. Oh, this is gonna be tricky. I gotta walk around. Normally I would not let this wire go this long because the wire is stretching. But anyway, whoa. Now I'm behind you right now. I'm just cleaning the first foot. Ooh, I hope that doesn't hit the camera. I'm getting a big, oh, my pliers, okay. Now you can hear the wires start to slow down. That's because of the friction on the, that I have with the rag here. Oh gosh, I hope that doesn't hit the camera. Now here I let loose a little bit so that wavelength kind of splits. Okay, so the polish part is done. So now we're going to take the polish off the wire. Whoa. You got to be careful because you don't want that wire spinning too much. Because it gets real long, real fast. And so I got 2 rags here now. Well, I don't know if you can see that wire wiggling around. It makes a really neat sine wave. Now the wire keeps getting longer here, so if you look at my hands, what I do is I kind of pull one away from the other to take up that excess slack, because otherwise that wire is just going to start wobbling around all crazy. Oh, you can hear it. And you can control the speed of the wire by how tight you're gripping it. And then I reach over and turn that off. And now you can see that wire is like way looser than it was when I started. That's because it got stretched. So I'm gonna pick up my snips off the floor, and then I'm gonna walk down over here to the one end. And just to let you know, we're doing 25 feet of wire right now. It's hard to do much more than that because it stretches so much that it's just hard to do a chunk that's longer. We're going to spin this back over here, and oh, gotta bring it down a little bit. And now we're going to show you how I do the double twist. So here is the end. I cut off the skateboard wheel. I'm going to go ahead and cut this end off of this one, snip that little thing off, and I'm going to take both ends and put them through here a little bit. And do that same knot once again. I don't have to do it as intense this time because we're not going to be spinning it. I'm just going to do the double twist thing, and then we'll pick up the camera. Okay, where is the best place to put this? Oh, a little farther back. Okay, now you can see I have a loop here, and the other end's secure. Now, if you were just doing if you just wanted to make single strand wire, what you could do now is you could just stick a piece of wood or something where my finger is, and you could yank on it real hard a couple times, and that'll get your wire real straight. You just stretch it a little bit, and that's how you get it straight. But I'm going to make double twist. And let's see, oh, wait, we got to move back a little more. Okay, that'll be good. And then what I have here is a drill with a, oh, it's hard for me to reach over here and do this, with a hook there, and you can see the hook. And I'm going to take the hook and put it right in there. Hopefully get it pretty close to center. And can you guys still see what I'm doing? Sure you can. Now the secret to getting a good double twist, because you don't want too much twist and you want it to be even the length of the wire, and this is how I do it. I don't pull the wire real tight. I get my fingers in there, and so I get a big loop, and then you gun it real quick. So let's see, can you guys see what I'm doing? Sure you can. And then, just to get that twist, that's about all I want on this one. But to get the twist to be even right to the end of the drill, I'm just going to hold the wire and it's tight there. Now this wire has got some tension on it from the spin, and because I don't want it to grab my gloves or hurt my fingers, when I pull this off here, I'm going to put a piece of paper there, and you'll be able to hear it spin back a little bit. And then you just go down here to this end. Clip that off of there. Clip this end. And then I just give a couple twists to the end I just clipped so that it doesn't come untwisted. And there you have it. We've got some, probably about 8-9 feet of the double twist. And let's see if you can see that. Well, that's going to be hard to see, but there's less than one twist per inch on this. It's actually a little less than an inch per twist, but you'll be able to see it when I start the tree that I'm doing with this. So I just burned up about 25 feet of wire because we cut off a little bit at the ends. Then I'm just going to take it and bend it in half. Not a real tight bend at the end, a nice loose one, and then I just hang it up here. You can't see me hanging it up, but we'll turn around.